Meh. 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 Drop that down a bit. Meh. Hello. We should be live. I'm a little bit early, but it's only by 5 minutes, so I'm just going to use this 5 minutes to get everything sorted out. Which, surprisingly, isn't really that much stuff that needs sorting out. Just really got to wait for links and stuff. Hello, Scarf, and hello, Les from earlier. Good evening, Speedy. Where's the going live channel? There's the going live channel. Alright, gotta make sure that's up. Yeah. There we go. Alright, is that done? Enjoyed some fried sauerkraut and patrine. Let's just say it left a very bitter taste in the mouth. Hello, Real, and hello, Knight. Mom, the strange gay cat is back. How are you? I am doing good. How is you? Hello, Les. I think everything should be. It's only gonna need to wait now till Discord loads up. I don't know, given how slow it is, it might actually end up being 7 by the time it's up. Anyway, while we wait then, might as well have a look at this. So we're at 12.6. Where we last left off, I think the Lords and Earls of Victoria started to realise that maybe having your capital city run by an occupying force might not be a good idea. And now they're scrambling to actually do something about it. Although how competent they'll be leaves a lot to be desired, I quite think. If it's anything like the real Victorian Empire of the... Well, by the point it wasn't Victorian Empire anymore, but if it was if it's anything based on the real world's equivalent, I feel like things are going to be very incompetent for quite a long while. But that's fine, because we have a mercenary group, medical group here. I'm sure they will do fine. Let's have a look at this one then. So, pretty generic, 2 choke points. Basically just have them funnel into these 2 areas. It would be nice if there was a roadblock. Unfortunately, in this particular game mode, we are the roadblock. Okay, Discord has now updated. There we go, we can go pretty much into it then. So, 12.6. When the sounds of cannon fire ring in their ears, soldiers and civilians alike ponder the same question. More like, where the fuck did that shot come from is probably the main question they're pondering. You didn't get in the test? No, I'm afraid I didn't. It's not like they'll send cavalry into a valley surrounded by enemy artillery. I mean... Let's just hope that we're more World War II than we are World War I, because if it's anything like the leadership of World War I, we are screwed. Okay, so 2 checkpoints. 2 checkpoints. Let's just call it that. They are practically checkpoints when it comes to this game mode with all of those civilians. We have a few platforms. I'm probably just going to have medic up here and then all assault on this line. Probably something facing downwards as well, just to target whatever the fuck comes out of here, because it's probably going to end up being something annoying for whoever's in that middle platform. And that should probably be it. It's level 2, or Elite 2, level 15. That is not that one, this one. It's actually for the better. The story for that game is gone. Well, it's still new. They're probably still figuring out what to do. We still have a lot of... Why do we have a lot of vanguards? I feel like I asked this question before. Anyway. 2 defenders, that's fine. One of them's a medic, which is good for that row of annoying things. Because your DP limit is capped. That's right, yes. Thanks for the reminder, yeah. Right, so we've only got a handful of expensive operators and mostly lower level or cheap. I think we're okay. I might bring another range. I should probably bring another range. There was 3 range tiles. Although I could also use perfumer. Might not need to in this case. In which case, what should I swap out? Do I need Sail Each? These stages are pretty anti-banner. So I could swap Sail Each out for an extra range unit. Seeing as I've got 2 other vanguards. Might do that. Alright. Let's see, I've got Bloop. I've got Posey. But she's going to be quite expensive. Actually, not too bad. I actually didn't realise I leveled her up that much. I thought she was still only just gone E1. Huh. I can either go for very cheap or I can go for sort of cheap. I might go with sort of cheap. Although, what does Posy do? Passive effect when its skill is equipped, the redeployment time of type right. Okay, yeah, no. No, I think I'll just go with... I'll go with Bloop.
I'd be much better off supporting the others.
Alright, so I've still got 2 vanguards to start us off with. Then I can bring out 2 cheap, and then I can swap those vanguards out for Gav and Lap. And then I've got my ranged units, 2 of which are cheap, and then Golden Glow when I get enough points in. That should be decent. Or do I want to swap out Pluma? I might swap out Pluma. I might keep Bannerlord. Just because. Stick with this one. That is a nice 20 DP though. Bit of a longer wait. It's not that long. Depends on where I put Sail Each. I'll start off with just normal.
Protect all those who are innocent before my eyes.
Oh, okay, we're going right into it then. That's fine.
Just wait for us to get back, Doctor.
Okay, starts with... Yes.
Forwards.
Didn't these guys leave a cloud? No, that's the other one.
Let's begin.
Oh, I forgot this has a nice... Alright, here we go. We're getting into...
Don't worry, my poison is not contagious.
Your orders.
Oh, I forgot to have him set on automatic.
Awaiting order. You can't stop me.
Okay, there we go. We've got maximum of 12. So what I'm probably going to do is start us off with that. Then I think I'm okay with health for the moment, so I'm going to stick in that. Maybe I should have put in some health. Okay, there we go.
Your orders.
Got it. Cut them to pieces. Got it.
Solid positioning.
Ooh, hoo, hoo, hoo. Hoo, hoo, hoo. Whoa, hold on there. Okay, I do not have any more.
Please, poison kiss.
Okay,
Anyone hungry? Can you do it?
okay, it's definitely...
Your orders.
Okay, I'm gonna have to do that. Okay, yeah, it's definitely high defense, low res.
Hungry?
At your service. Attack. Your orders.
Fear not. Here I come.
Is that... Oh, okay. Does it only do it once? Or maybe it's like a very slow skill set. Come on, Golden Glow, can you have your things explode a bit more?
Kick ass.
Wow, that thing rarely exploded this time. Alright, I think I'm okay now, though. Well, I was right about this area being where the difficult enemies would come from.
Push forward, Commander! Hurrah! Rock and roll! Bra, 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 bra! Can I stay back?
Alright, there we go, we're pretty much done now. In regards to Enfield story, we can criticize the game story without being outright disrespectful to the development. Okay. Alright, there we go. I recognize this room. Why do I recognize this room? Isn't this room in one of the EPs? Anyway. I really don't have anything here. Bollocks. We saw it with our own eyes. You used your stove. Where did you get the food? How come you have something to eat every day? I just found it by chance. Found it? Don't go overboard with him. If this guy gets an oropathy attack, we'll all be dead. Where's your storeroom? Spill it. I really just found them. Someone has been leaving these things on my windowsill. Still trying to hide... Oh. Hello? Hello? Nice to meet you. Are his words really so untrustworthy? Even the infected get lucky sometimes and find food, right? What's so strange about that? And who are you? Here to rob him too? Hello, my name is Red. Back in my Ursus days, they called me Redblade. Yeah, they're fucked. Speaking of fucked... Pick up the pace, stay close. Hang in there, we're almost there. Drat. There's more and more of them. White Wolf, I've heard about you and your family. I'm glad to have you the opportunity to fight alongside you today. For Londinium, and for Victoria. What are you trying to... Oh, there he goes. Did he just... I'm not going to say what I was going to say because that would have been offensive. But did he just, you know... Don't stop, keep moving. Sarkaz traitor and Victorian insects. It's high time we brought an end to this game of hide and seek. Okay, so he certainly did. Interesting. Where do you want to run? Is it death that you want to escape? You and your friends who are hiding in the shadows will all be torn to shreds. It's what you owe us. This is what everyone in Londinium, Victoria, and across the lands owe us. Run. Run. The storm will still arrive, not survive. You can't outrun war. Shut your bloody gob. Ugh, too many people. We need to find a way to break through here. I only have one grenade left. Robin, take this grenade, head down, and blow up the bottom deck of Power Layer. Of Power Layer? Misery, protect them. The rest of you need to keep moving forward. There we go. You... got it. Don't worry. We'll leave the rest to luck. I am the storm that is approaching. Horn, you... shut up. I don't have time to pummel you again. Hurry. Horn turns around and faces a wave of enemies surging on her position. She smirks a little. It is high time this all came to an end. All this fleeing, the battles, and these sleepless nights. Soldiers are meant to die in war. I wonder, what Bagpipe is up to right now? She tightens her grip on her weapon and prepares to charge. Under the dark, cloudy sky, a strange sound can be heard zooming in ever closer from afar. That doesn't sound good. Steam armor? That is the sound of steam. A familiar sound, although it's been a long time since it had last heard in Londinium. Oh no. Oh no. It is only in their distant memories and fuzzy rumours that people can find that sound source. That's... Horn, run, take this chance. Okay, friend or foe though? You're... Victoria. Wait, is that the Steam Knight from before? It can't be, surely. Drat, these doors. They're too thick. With freezies? Sorry. They can't hear us on the other side. It took Clavisia and Catherine. They are trying to use them as bargaining chips with the Sarkaz. It's despicable traitors. Shining, can you open them? We can't delay any longer. We don't know how. We don't know when the Sarkaz will make it here. I'll give it a try. No, don't. Don't make a big show like that. That's only going to draw the enemy here faster. We have a bunch of critically wounded and non-combatants here. If we actually start fighting the Royal Court guys, even if we can get away, what about them? We'd only be waiting to meet our maker by remaining here. I don't know what my friends are scheming, but my guess is they have more in mind than keeping us here. My drone has a small laser cutting device. These steel plates may be thick, but if you can give me some time... That sounds like it would take a lot of time. Oh, how much time, rather, did he say? Keep your pants on. I need to test the output first. Feist, do you remember what happened to old Bill? It has to be one of those monsters that has got... It has to be. One of those monsters has got to have infiltrated us again. He fooled us again. We were too careless, or we should have noticed sooner. Feist, are those Sarkaz who can change their faces here too? When those things exist, how can we trust anyone? I think in this case it isn't, though. If it's here, then the mausoleum isn't sealed anymore. Yeah, that's kind of my thinking. And if that's the case, what happened to Aladale? What if that's not what this is? Well, they're our allies. They're Londinium workers too. And? Have you never heard of conspirators? They're all over occupations. I know, I grew up with them. But what if this is their decision? This is the only... Oh, this is the choice. Where did the only come from? This is the choice that Tommy, Pato, and Day made with everybody else. But why? We're supposed to be on the same side. It's easier to believe that your allies were replaced than to accept they betrayed us. But that's exactly what happened. I can tell what they're thinking, more or less. Once the rage-induced fervour dissipates, it's not so easy to choose to keep fighting. Clavisia said as much before, too. In the end, we're just a bunch of normal people. I have to admit that even I fear leaving, just like them. Fleeing and cowering is the most instinctive choice that all normal people make when they are confronted with war. Then you stay. Stay here with your friends. I won't do that, Rock. I have to face my fear. That's the only way I can remind myself of the worth of bravery. I have faith that they haven't crossed that line. I have faith that they were only sucked into this choice by fear. But none of it matters now. I'll save Granny and Clavisia, just like I did last time. But our wounded can't wait much longer. The droid's laser's working on the door already. It'll take, 20 minutes, maybe? I'll help too. I have tools on me. Your hammer and wrench aren't gonna come in handy here. Be patient. Just hold on a little longer. And we can leave this place safe and... I was going to say, I thought she had... some... Doesn't Rock have, like, a lasery type weapon or something to do with the drone? I can't remember. What? I didn't catch any sarcasm movement. Shining. Oh, hello. It's been a little while since we've seen you. I was wondering what happened. Oh, hey, Shining. Been a while. I heard you went on to a family reunion. W, you're here. W? Half of Londinium heard that just now. Well, the curtain's drawn, right? I've always been pretty accurate with my explosives. Just the right amount. I heard Calcic got beat up real bad, so I thought I'd find some time to come take a look. There we go. Whoa, he really did take a beating. Teresis doesn't know how to hold back, huh? And here I thought the guy would go gentler on this old friend. At what point would they have been old friends? Look, come on, let's be real here. Just still unconscious. Well, shit, that's too bad. For me, that is. Should I shed a few tears for her? Or maybe I ought to take this chance to make sure the old hag never crosses me again. Yeah, I think that thing is still awake, though. Ugh, that little shit's not dead either. Oh, and there she goes. Oh, hello, never mind. I swear, she's just gonna start petting it. Still so nasty. The monster was very heavily damaged. It wasn't until 2 hours ago that it recovered its motor functions. I suggest you avoid provoking it. I mean, he didn't try to kill her instantly. That's true, but he could have just been villain monologuing. But still, I'm just kind of interested if what she said was literal and not just her being annoying, what point would they have been at least somewhat allied? Because Babel was always, as far as I can tell anyway, was always on Teresa's side. Although I would be interested if there was a beforehand, maybe. Probably sarcastic. That's my assumption. I'm assuming that it was. Or because she blames certain people in Rhode Island, like Calcin, the doctor, and all that, for Teresa's death, or what was supposed to be her death. Maybe she just still being, like, a bit petty. I don't know. We'll see. I'm saving its master's life. At the very least, it's got to learn to treat me with a bit more respect. Otherwise... Ooh. Compromising low roar. How do you roar in eh? Now that's more like it. The Royal Court fighters are heading this way. Quick, we gotta get out of here before they... Oh, quit your yapping. Closure, it hurts my ears. What do you think that is? If you're so worried, get your men and to move on... to move double time already. I was going to say on double. I should have just kept saying that. It would have been the same. I know a couple of good spots outside the city. Want to take a look? I'm going to tell you now, the entire time I was reading all that, all I could hear was Renegade. Just in my head, playing on loop. Or specifically, the chorus. Nothing else, just the chorus. Just on loop. Oh yeah, these lot. People who, as far as I can tell, aren't operators, but I really hope they do become operators someday. With the supplies we have on hand, best case scenario, we should be able to last another week. What about worst case scenario? Alright, I get it. Kader and I will keep trying to come up with something. What's the situation like outside? A borough that normally has less than 10,000 residents suddenly finds its population surging multiple times over. No additional supplies, no police, no law and order. Dung dung. Sorry, that was dumb. We're still alive even after the last several days. We should be thankful that the citizens still have a shred of morality. It could also be because Kader's fists pack a punch. He just shoved his fists into the pack-a-punch machine. They now make that weird high-pitched sound whenever they hit. I don't deny that. Have you heard anything about what the Duke's plans are? I heard Duke Windermere's barracks aren't that far from here. I'm sure they won't turn a blind eye to our predicament. These are Victorian nobles you're talking about. I've heard rumours. Some have said they saw a blaze surge through the night sky. No, she's not here at the moment. We all saw that flying thing the Sarkaz had. On the day we were cast out of Londinium, its shadow swept through the entire plate. My guess is that the Dukes are all very fearful of that, and they're only probing how to attack it right now. Of course, it's also possible that the outside world has gone to hell, and Londinium has been bombed to smithereens. Who knows? Maybe the Dukes don't know that there are still people alive here. Maybe they thought all of us dead. Died. Yeah, same thing. Only we had a way to get the word out. In what way? The intercity net is completely paralysed. Hapless sods trapped in the lockdown zone like us should just worry about whether we'll have anything to eat tomorrow. It's hard to believe that just a few days ago we were still watching that awful Rankwood movie in the video shop. I forgot that they called it Rankwood here in Arknights. I nearly choked on my spit reading that. No internet, the horror. Oh god, that reminds me of one of the areas in Left 4 Dead when you play, I can't remember which mission it is and I can't remember which area it is, but it's like graffiti on the wall and it's just like people flaming each other and then just at the end is, I miss the internet. Their films are probably rank. I'm very certain that's the reason why they called it Rankwards. I'm certain it's a diss on Hollywood. Like, there's no way it's not. What was that movie called again? War of the Mutant Geeks? Oh god, that sounds like some weird 80s B movie. The ending was actually pretty touching, though. Wouldn't know. Fell asleep. All I saw was a nomadic city getting blown up in the explosion at the very end. Wouldn't that basically be like the equivalent of setting off a nuke in a city? All I remember is that Mr. McLaren was awfully generous with his money. After all, we helped him deal with the video shop's trouble plenty of times. Michael Bay and Arknights confirmed. I would laugh if that was like a really subtle reference to his kinds of movies. I only hope that he's doing well. A situation outside wouldn't do his... neurasthenia. No idea what that word is. No idea what condition that is. Any favours? I stopped by the video shop for a look. His door was sealed shut. I was nearly about to talk like Sean Connery there. It was nearly shut. Why did you always sleep in the video shop, though? I remember we met each other because your laughter woke me up. Sorry, but that movie was really funny. An ill-defined medical condition characterized by lassitude, fatigue, headache, and irritably associated chiefly with emotional disturbance. Ah, interesting. When you say ill-defined, though, I'm guessing it means that it's not something that's fully understood, or something that's just like used for like any kind of condition, like hysteria used to be. But to start, it was your fault for falling asleep there. There's no better place to sleep than there. That comedy director is really famous. I have all her... comedy director? An untimely growl that signifies hunger can suddenly be heard, shattering the easygoing atmosphere that the two finally managed to build. Sorry. You've been eating too little. Your stamina won't last if you keep this up. It's okay. We need to carry on. Keep calm, carry on. The lives we had came to an end just like that, in an instant. This is what it all turned into. There are lunatics and dead bodies everywhere. There are the blockade walls that the Sark has built. There have been men attempting to break through them the past couple of days. Their brains are still hanging on the walls. Ugh. I still don't understand. How did it... By the way, how would Sharknado look in terror? Oh, I swear, if they ever do something like that with the sea terrors, I would probably laugh until I pass out. War has broken out, Baird. Is it Baird or Bard? Baird? I'm going to keep saying Baird until I'm told otherwise. I know. But just because of those few weightless words, everyone's past disappeared without a trace in the blink of an eye. Whose war is this? The Dukes are trying to protect Victoria. All I know is that this war is not mine. I'm afraid it's going to have to be, though, if you want to survive. That's kind of how wars work, unfortunately. A small broken stir, as well as the clanging of multiple cans, can be heard from the shadows. What are you doing? It isn't your turn to stand watch tonight. What's that you're hiding underneath your coat? Oh god, he's stealing food. Of course he is. Stay back. It's food.
Home run!
Only thing you will see is Blaze getting swallowed by a Shamla, then they're on the way out again. I can kind of see that. Oh, what is that? Oh, compound clutting. Yes. Mm-hmm. Ah, fuck. Ah, first red. Okay, let's see how long this one takes me. Do not forget that while we debate the ultimate proposition of life and death, 42, there is another group struggling between life and death and providing evidence for our arguments. Cora just does know how to immediately make a bad situation okay. Or sound okay, anyway. Okay, 1 point, but still 2 choke points. Actually, it's technically 3. Yeah. 1 defender, 2 guards, 1 defender, range guard. I could do something like that, maybe. Actually, that does kind of work. Interesting. That does, however, mean bringing in an extra guard, though. What was the range situation like? The range situation, okay, isn't too bad. I've got plenty of coverage. I can have a single medic cover an entire area. 1, 2, 3. Okay, no, not an entire area, unfortunately. I will need... I can have a... No, I can't. It's doable anyway. What I might do is swap out Bloop again. I could debut Mountain. I'm quite I'm quite low skill level for him though. Can I improve that? No. It's only 11, so that works. Okay, so back to this. So 2 defenders, so I don't need 3 choke points if I just put the defenders either side. And then I use the guards to defend each choke point. Here, I might actually have Lapland there and have the defender, so it's range-ish. And that will probably be better. It will depend, though, on where people come from. I might swap it around as to which goes where. Okay, we're gonna go straight back to... Yep, we are. Stay away. All of you, stay away. This gutless man suddenly pulls out something and brandishes it in the air. It's a fountain pen, and even in the dark you can clearly tell just how fancy it's decorated. He's a scholar of heraldry, claims he could be the next fellow of the Royal Victorian Academy of Science. Why would heraldry be part of science? Okay, anyway. Maybe that's the pen from which all sorts of marvellous criticisms used to flow. But now, it's just a pathetic, utterly shameful weapon, clutched in a trembling hand. Bonk. Or maybe not. With a clatter, a can falls out from his coat, which he hastily stoops to pick back up, and hides again under his layers. Sir, that's our last can of meat. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, I can't carry on. I'm at my limit. This lockdown zone, the dust of the dead floating in the air, this rotting corpse stench, this everything. I don't understand. Why should I be living out my days like this? Well, where are you going to go? Take the can and go off into the sunset? That can will last you probably a day, and then you'll be crab food. Or whatever those metal things are called. I'm someone who means something. I should be waking up to the call of foul, to a cup of coffee, and then to my writing desk and manuscripts. Why should I, madams? I'm sorry. I'm aware of all the assistance you've offered me, but... Excuse me. That wasn't offered, that was afforded me, rather. Excuse me, really, please. But this isn't the sort of thing I should be doing. I used to take pride in my virtue. I was wonderful to my servants. I would tip double what anyone else would whenever I went out to eat. I can't carry on. I've had enough, really. I just can't make sense of this. I'm so confused. Then you're free to put down that can you've got, and be out of this place. None of that would have anything... I can make a trade with you. I have some gems, Sargon origin, and Sanctus patron firearm. Which we don't need. I'm begging you. And... was he knocked, or was he... Okay, no, he's just going onto his knees. The man trembles and shakes harder and harder, until finally his legs give out and he's kneeling on the floor. He's probably never begged at someone like this in all his life. He's acting a comedic sight. Mm-hmm. If anything, I'd say tragic, but I can't even be mad anymore in this chapter, just sad, yeah. Like, nothing here is particular. Like, yeah, I can't really blame him. He's basically just been plucked out of what was quite a privileged life, and, you know, okay, yeah, he lives a privileged life, but still, you've got to feel some sympathy there. But then, I mean, that's not to say what he's doing is good, though. He's obviously doing a bad thing. Selfish and stupid, because he'll end up dying, and now no one will have this stuff. He grips his overcoat with white knuckles, so tight the place where he hides the can bulges out. It's like a weeping tumour parasiting off his body. Or an unborn child more loved than it ever know. Get on your way, man. The front door's sealed. You know how to make a balcony exit. Bed? Let him go. Let him go. Get him the hell out of here. And that stupid bloody can with him. Never to return, why don't you? I'm worn. I'm done watching this happen anymore. I never want to see any of this anymore. It's a bit more sympathy than should be expected, but fine. Bear's going to need to think of a way to make up for it, though, because that is the last of their food, by the sounds of it. The timid man hurries to leave, stumbling, hesitating, like he doesn't believe this boxing gym owner / gang member would let him go so easily. Delphine stares daggers at him. He turns his head, and subconsciously he feels about himself. He doesn't have a thing on him. Notes and coins are worse than useless in Norport these days. To boot. Last can of meat, but maybe they have canned corn or peas. Maybe. Still, though, if they had a decent amount of supply, leaving with one can probably wouldn't be too bad. I'm assuming that leaving with a can of anything would be a bit detrimental at this point. He grinds his teeth, drops down and leaves that gussied up pen of his on the floor, then immediately turns and legs it into the darkness. He's out. Baird picks up the fountain pen, and with no comment, stows it in her pocket. Delphine, come and let's touch heads. Tip for a bit. Just like the old days, in the video shop. Are they in Norport? That does look like a zone exit. Young girl, you say you're the merc freshly assigned here? Yeah. Nice luck then. You've got an easy job here. All you've got to do is watch that those Victorian guys don't cross the blockade line. If any makes trouble, you kill them. Got it. Yeah. Let's give those stuck-up Victorians the miserable days they deserve. If I was calling shots, I'd throw them in a pile of hatchets or whatever and let them dispatch themselves instead. Sounds like they're already doing that anyway. I don't think the brief allows that. You know how to rain on a parade, little girl. We're Sarkaz. What does it matter to us if they live or die? We may as well find our own fun where we can. But no, whatever. I'm going to take a nap. So you watch this place. If any accidents happen, I've got no reservation about taking your little head off along with theirs. He's gone. Oh, hello. Thank you, girl. I didn't bring much out this time. There's some food and some medicine. Oh, that suffices. Thank you, thank you. Colonel Sanders. Oh, there we are.